Hello, and welcome to All I Do Is Fail. I am your host, Tom Elwes, and I'm joined today, as ever, by my quite a buff-looking co-host, Mr. Ali Woods.
Hello. You should introduce me always like that.
You've
Tom.
gone for a sort of, he's wearing a very tight gym-prone t-shirt, but then the crystal is saying, I work out, but also, I'm spiritual, guys.
I exercise spirituality as well, and I can summon ghosts.
It sort of says, I exploit spirituality to sleep with women. That's what this is the vibe.
That's my vibe.
Yeah.
Any ladies out there who love a bit of the old ghosts?
You know what? We should align our chakras in the bedroom. That's how we should do that.
My chakra's been mad crazy this week. That's why I haven't got back to you. But people do that.
Mars is in retrograde. You can't be texting back then.
I bet there's guys out there that ask, what star sign are you? And then they look up what the star sign that they should be for them to match.
Oh, yeah.
I bet there's people who do that, and that person is me.
Yeah. To be honest, a girl once didn't go on literally was just like, I told her I was a Scorpio. Date was going great. And she was like, what star sign are you? And I was like, I'm a Scorpio. Literally, from that moment on, she basically just shut down. She was like, couldn't get out there fast enough. She was just, no, not interested.
I also said I don't have any money to pay for this dinner. But mainly it was a Scorpio
I said,
thing,
McDonald's, come on.
And I actually saw a girl I used to sit at another table and chat with her for 40 minutes. But it was...
McDonald's over in Islington's hot property for me, mate.
Exactly, man. I got a tab, for fuck's sake.
Cool.
Jesus, they know me here. I thought of a nickname for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm with the king of yard work, my guy.
King of yard work. But I think you should be called Father Tom.
Father Tom. Well, Ali Woods. Well, first of all, I say hello to. We in the house. We got producer GCSE Lucas back in the house.
How's it going, everyone? Good to be back.
Lucas he's finished his GCSEs.
Oh my God!
It's done. This is it.
Exam season's over.
Yeah.
You're going for that long summer now. You're going to Newquay with your mates. That's it.
In New York or something. Well, not quite New York, but
Where are you going?
We're going to the States for a little bit, for a month. So
What? Just you and your mates?
with my mum and my dad.
Oh God!
Two
Didn't your
besties,
parents
two
just
besties.
take you to the Maldives? Jesus
That
Christ!
was like
We've got the
a
most
month
privileged
ago.
producer in the world. Oh, I'm just summering in New York and I spend the winter in the Maldives.
I need to relax in LA. You know when you need to just unwind.
Yeah, I need to get away from
Guys,
it all.
you know how
This
stressful-
is stressful, man.
Film school is, guys. It's notoriously very
Literally,
pressurized.
I spent almost 2 whole days in the editing suite. I needed a fucking
My
break.
fingers.
Yeah.
I'm getting carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
How did the film go in the end? The production of the film.
It's good. We finished it. I finished my script.
Nice.
It's all
Did
done.
you know what the film was about? I can tell you. It was about 2 producers.
It was about these guys who have this epic podcast, and he's just been stealing clips from this the whole time.
Yeah. It's with unpaid actors. they think anyway.
It's sort of a documentary on mental breakdowns.
It's like Heart of Darkness. 2 guys. It's called The Mics Were Never Switched On. Two podcast promoters losing the will to live, and it's actually quite interesting because it's about one who keeps making jokes about being alone and aging, but he actually does do that, and then another who actually finds family but neglects it in order to keep
the dream going.
A podcast that no one listens to. So it's actually really quite
Yeah,
fascinating.
I've been doing some very family-orientated things. I went a tour of 2 nurseries this morning. One.
Just to check out the kids.
Yeah, any lookers?
Should be admitting that. Yeah, should be admitting that, Tom.
I definitely probably have to edit that out or won't be admitted to either of those. But yeah, so I went to the most bougie Jesus. I went to the most bougie nursery, and when I'm talking bougie, I'm talking it's 120 quid a day. I'll put it down there so people understand the cost of childcare in the UK. 120 quid a day. Your kid there gets baby massage, gets all his meals made by a chef. They had literally a chef in like a chef hat in the corner.
That was just another kid in a chef hat. And he had Play-Doh burgers, and it looked sick. I don't know why I wasn't there.
It's one teacher per every 4 kids. Like it's
Jesus.
unbelievable. Okay, so that was the first
Almost
one.
as good as the school you went to.
Mate, that's better. I was looking around. I was like, can I just go
juggling there?
Yeah, I would just go there now. It'd be way better. And then I went to. When I was like, okay, well, we see the good.
What were the
option.
kids? Did you just get to see the type of kids there?
Yeah, they look like privileged kids.
I'm
There
thinking
was-
like a Simpsons thing, like when you go to these places and they're all like in double-breasted blazers. And
Yeah, yes.
Sort of chocolate cigars.
It was sort of that, but for like kids who's worked in like marketing. It's like it's sort of like it's just like a lot of kids in trending New Balances.
Did it tempt you? Did you have to answer questions at this place? If you were the sort of
I mean they were pressing, and like I was not. I'll tell you where I could have got my kid into the second place, El Ghetto's San Quentin of nurseries.
For legal terms, we can't call this a nursery. It's known as a pen.
Yeah, it might as well have. They basically had one teacher on top of a guard tower and about 40 kids, right? And I swear to God, the alarm to send the kids outside, which was literally a concrete patch out the back, was like an air raid siren goes off, and then they all
get out! Please leave the nursery area.
And they were like food. They were like, we just sort of do like cheese sandwiches, I guess. Like kind of mainly cheese sandwiches, I think.
It's called an internment nursery. That's what it's like kids in the playground just being like, when do you think we will get out? That's Thomas. His father left him here 8 years ago.
just running their cups along the grilled bars.
A maximum security nursery.
Yeah, no, honestly, it was basically like that. It was pretty terrifying, actually. But in the first place, they were like, we promote learning. We're gonna have. Bear in mind, these like babies, like they can't do anything, and they're just like, we're gonna like teach them about sharing and like promote like stimulation classes. We've got extracurricular. We got the nature guy who comes in every week and like brings animals and stuff.
A nude man.
Nature. The nudist. It's free. It's open. Whatever. Yeah.
Teaching sex education. Wow, so with this in mind, it's up to you guys. Patreon.com/AIDIFpod. Do you want Tom's child to go to the USSR nursery camp where they get served gruel in a trough?
Yeah.
And their spirits are broken. Look at him. He wants to escape. He will soon find the real truth. You will never escape. You may escape this, but you'll never escape in here. Do you want to send old Teddy to there? Or do you want him to be an artist?
Yeah. Do
you want him to be like producer Lucas and go to film school? Get paid to go to LA. Sit here, the happiest of all of us.
There's no gruel at my nursery, I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
There's not a drop of gruel in there.
What do you want? Patreon.com/AIDIFpod. If you don't donate,
he's going to San Quentin. Okay, you don't want my kids to go to San Quentin nursery.
You'll just see a post of Tom's child at 2.5 years old with a buzz cut, just sitting there.
A little jumpsuit.
A little 1.5 foot.
In the harmonica.
Exactly.
They'll just sort of play. Yeah, it was just,
and they'll take that from and go, too creative.
Yeah, it was even just the tour. Like the first place, like the woman like took us through to the separate rooms, was so in depth. Like was like, this is where this section is. This is the sleeping room. They had a whole room for sleeping. Where they just had like a woman like reading stories with a white noise machine. In the other place, she just rang the doorbell and they're like, so this is it basically. It was just like one big room. It was like, like, kids, they can sort of sit there. If they want to take a nap, they just sort of take a nap in the corner over there, really. Not really mad.
Yeah, they're like, how many kids you got? 20 quid per kid.
Yeah. We do 2 for 1.
Yeah, we'll do a deal with you. Have 5 kids, we'll do it for 80. Cash only. Cash only. Cash only.
Nothing on the books, please.
So what do? Do we sign up for a monthly payment? Nah, just cash it out first. And when do we pick them up? Oh, you want to pick them up?
Like 7?
Whatever you want, really. And then you turn up, and they're like, in you go. And you go, do you not have our kid for us? I mean, you know your kid, don't you? Just go and take whatever.
Yeah, just take the one. Take yours.
Don't take more than 2. It's like a dressing room in Zara where you have a number of kids you left, but they can't actually tell which kids they were. So there you go, patreon.com/AIDIFpod. Also, you'll get an extra episode every week if you want to donate. So that's also what you get. But mostly, it's to fund little Teddy to
go to a good nursery.
To not have like 100-yard stare before he's
have to learn how to fight before he does his numbers and letters.
Comes out with a shiv. Was that in arts and crafts? It was in survival, Dad. So there you go.
How have you been, Ali?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, all good. I've been hanging out at the nursery.
Making friends.
I've been to many nurseries. I will say, producer Lucas has been doing clips for us for our podcast.
Yeah.
And,
putting that film school degree to good use right there.
Some of them have done all right on TikTok considering where we don't have many followers on TikTok. You can follow us on TikTok for our clips. And one has sparked a classic debate. This was do you remember this clip about the brother who was evicting his sister?
Oh yes.
So this is someone commented, he bought the house, she didn't. I don't see the issue. Lol, this is the most Tory thing I've read. I agree. If I have a wife, I don't want my sister living with me. This is all replying to that one comment. Expecting some level of financial responsibility from your family isn't Tory behaviour. Kicking your family out of the family home is Tory behaviour. Kicking someone out of the house you've bought isn't wrong. If it was a family home where all the kids lived for free for a long time and then one abruptly took over and kicked out the others, semicolon, that's Tory. That's just how the world works. If a stranger bought your parents' home, you wouldn't be able to leech off them. Why is this any different?
God.
Lol, you've definitely voted Tory your whole life. The parents and the son are arse-wipes in this story. Never voted Tory in my life. But go off making assumptions about one opinion, I guess. How can you fault the parents wanting to move and enjoy old age? I just have... And it's plot twist.
Okay.
The same person, I just have a leech of a brother. I've watched him hold my parents back all my life.
This guy's got some deep harboured, issues of his own.
And I'd love to fuck him out of the family house. Make him work. Maybe you should help him stand on his own feet. My dad's gotten him 2 jobs in the last 3 years through his mates. Both times he quit within 6 months. The help he needs is to lose the security blanket. I can't speak to that situation, but the UK is a shithole. At the moment, loads of people aren't motivated to work because the money won't go far. And there we have.
Perfect.
Our first
He's
TikTok
definitely
story.
this guy writing that's definitely a Tory because he used a semicolon. I mean,
Yeah, that's Tory behaviour. I feel like that guy's got some of his own issues he needs to work on with his brother. Maybe he needs to do a sort of family therapy. Clearly he's probably got some issues with his dad as well, if I'm honest. You all need to sit down and hug each other.
I want his brother to come. We need to get his brother in.
On the show,
onto the show.
I want to know what jobs he got him as well, that he left within 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
What was he?
He was a prison security guard at this local nursery. 6 months.
He lasted before he was
He
overrun.
only went to hospital twice in that time. That's normal for a job.
Yeah.
You go to the hospital in that time.
It's a dangerous job.
We got any big news before?
We
It's only a shorter episode this week. So
Yeah,
we're on time constraints. But
big
we got any
news.
big news stories?
Rishi Sunak's going to give us 400 quid.
Partygate's happening. Sue Gray.
Sue Gray, that came out.
It's come out.
It came out. But people sort of cared, but also not that much. I thought people would care more, but they didn't really care that much.
You reckon?
Well, people were like, but there's not the uproar that there was back in the, it's like people are pissed off, but not that, I just think it's classic, social media age. Once a story's, it's like people just treat things like news on Twitter, like a story, and they'll be like, well, I've seen that story. I don't need that story again. I've seen that story.
Move the story on.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how big or bad the story is. People are just like, well, I've seen that story. Come on, something interesting happened. Yeah. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, something like that. I want to see that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sad enough, there was another mass shooting as well. And obviously, we are anti-gun.
Yeah. I thought about how to solve the guns in America.
Okay, go for it.
You can't get rid of the guns, too many guns, possible, right? But what you could do is, in the UK, you can actually have guns on farmland, right? If you're a farmer, farmers have guns, okay? So you just limit where you can have guns assembled and loaded, so you can have them at ranges and at your house. That's the way you do it, and make it illegal to have assault rifles anywhere that's assembled and loaded anywhere that's not a range or your property.
Okay.
That's how I would go about it.
Okay.
I don't know. Probably someone will scream at me and be like, "Bro, it's in the Constitution to be able to carry an AK-47 into a shopping mall. No, we should be allowed to do that. You've got to take one into Walmart." But a smart gun law thing would say I would do that and just limit it.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. And what would you do if they said to you, You can't take away our guns.
Well, I'm not taking your guns away. You can still have as many guns as you want. I'm just taking away the ability for you to have them loaded in what areas.
This soy boy, British father Tom.
Tom Elway.
This Mexican Elway coming and trying to take our institutional rights.
I don't trust no Mexicans.
Yeah.
All I say is like gun laws are so crazy in America that Piers Morgan was thrown out of American TV for trying to debate gun laws. So that tells you everything you need to know. That's how nuts they are. If Piers Morgan is the person being sort of chastised and thrown off TV for trying to make pro gun, what the hell do they call it? Pro gun control. Sorry, pro gun control laws. Then yeah, there's a real problem there. There's a real backlash.
Yeah. I saw a tweet which was like, America's just one more shooting away from going, okay, enough's enough. We're going to have to ban schools.
But genuinely, the Texas people were like, I mean, that's a classic debate. It's just like, well, if the teacher had a gun. You know?
And someone else tweeted like, Joe Biden's always tweeting, who the hell's the president? I want a word with him. And then later, like, it was Joe Biden tweeting, be like, we need to start doing something.
Someone needs to do something.
Yeah, exactly. You're literally in charge.
Yeah.
G.
Steve Kerr, though. Shout out Steve Kerr, the NBA
basketball player.
Yeah.
Quick note on him. You watched The Last Dance, isn't it?
Yes.
I loved how in that show, The Last Dance, where Michael Jordan was like, and Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, as a team, were like winning every game and just smashing it. And then there was an episode, or half an episode, on just Steve Kerr had to make like one shot.
Yeah.
And they
it was an important shot.
It was an important shot, but it was just like, we had to let a white guy shoot the ball. Yeah. Like, and no one thought he could do it. Yeah. And then this interview with him like, I never normally take the shots. This honky cracker, this was so funny. I was like, bless this honky. He was a good guy. We all liked him. Couldn't play basketball to save his life. It's literally like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And you just see Jordan like dunking on people for like 5.5 hours. But yeah, what was Steve Kerr saying?
He did an amazing, very emotional press conference where he was just really took a stand and was like, "Look, seriously, can we have gun control?" Because normally in America, like people just say like things need to change, or like everyone just goes like the most like middle of the road, middling nothing celebrity bullshit, which is just like, we need to do something, but you're like actually not saying what we should do at all. And then he was like,
enough's enough. Something needs to change.
Something needs to change. It's like, no, but now it's just like he was like, actually no, we need gun control. That is the thing that we need. So we'll see. Who knows? America, again, someone will slap someone and everyone will forget about it. But it's a real sad, horrible situation.
There we are. And on that note, in our comedy podcast to the next section, which is of course Agony Uncle. So this is where you come in with problems you have, and me, Father Tom, and for this week and this week only. Well, maybe he might be back, to be fair. Lucas. Yeah. After, if he's not in between holidays.
Yeah. I've got to go Barbados.
Yeah.
Caribbean next week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, I had to reply to some emails, so I just de-stress in the Cotswolds.
Real tricky for me. Life's getting on top of me.
That's Jacuzzi Fest. I can't move that. I've got to go. And that's work in itself. You get real pruny out there.
It's a work trip.
Exactly. So we say if you've come to us, this crack team, three guys who are smashing it, okay? 3 guys who are smashing it, so we could help you out. With the theme of this podcast for FAILMAIL later, we'll start with this one. I have a terrible crush on my housemate. Should I, and their terminology is, expose myself or not?
Interesting terminology.
What would you do there, Tom? So
full exposure.
Question your.
And now, is it a female or a male?
I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't. Okay, you don't want to make any assumptions. Fair enough.
Couldn't tell.
What would that? Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, Ricky Gervais is special.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I watched the first 25 minutes of it. I haven't finished watching.
Wild. Just doesn't give a shit. Just doesn't care.
It's like. The first 20 minutes are a lot like, because that's what we're going to do, isn't it? I mean, imagine that. We could do. And basically, what I'm saying is, women are bloody not women nowadays. And that's just, there's no joke. Like, he just
straight in. Straight in.
It's like if God suddenly just turned around and went, women have penises. It's just, It's gone too bloody far. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. He just went straight for it. And it only gets worse. That's the crazy. You think like, all right, oh well, he's done like 10 minutes on that now. He'll move on to other things, and then you're like, but the callback throughout the whole show is women on women. That's the running theme of the entire show. It's kind of big move to have your Edinburgh callbacks be trans women.
What's this? And what's the theme of this Edinburgh show? It's that trans women aren't women.
Yeah.
So are women? Did you say no?
Aren't women? Interesting.
And when is this on? It's at the Fuck Bunker.
Yeah.
At 1:25 a.m. You have to get a bus from Leith.
Yeah. Got to flyer us out.
Yes. If you can handle
flyers,
it.
Yeah, flyers are a bit weird, bit edgy.
Exactly. It's him with the mic on fire.
Yeah.
Like, if you can handle it, if you can handle truth.
Yeah.
That's where he is. So what would you, Tom? You go full exposure. So I would say in a traditional context, this looks like a woman.
Right. Okay. If you had to guess pronouns, I mean, we never should.
She sent in a picture of a vagina.
Okay, good. Well, that doesn't mean anything. So she'd still be a woman.
Could be a vagina.
Yeah, you have no idea. Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe
Could be a man. You don't know.
Sure enough. Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
So, yes. Right. Would you go full exposure?
Were you about to say, trans women?
Just thinking of the complex. Yeah. Would I go full exposure? Okay. Well, I wouldn't go like too hard on it because you want to give yourself, I think, an option for retreat in these situations. You know.
Okay.
So you want to like hint.
So sort of gay. I really love you. I'm moving out.
Yeah. I really love you. And if you don't love me back, I have to leave. So, or you have to leave. One of the other.
Yeah. Maybe it's the landlord.
You want to hint at it. Maybe. Oh God. That is a really precarious situation. God, because there's no like way of like being like I really like you and then being like I don't, like only joking, like, you know. But you kind of want to be like, oh, I sort of fancy you. Oh, you're all right. You're all right. But then you just don't want to make it awkward. You don't want to have like the
old romantic father Tom.
Yeah.
Hold on, Tom. I've got to write this down.
Yeah, exactly. Great. Yeah.
Got the wisdom.
Tom's one step away from doing those paper things.
Pick a number.
Pick a number, and under all the things, it's like, I like you.
Yeah.
Weird. Oh my God, but how would you react to that?
It says you need to tell her to fuck off.
Yeah.
You just need to. I just say that you like the person, but like if you don't like me back, it's totally cool. Or just be like, do you want to go on a date? Here we go. Do you just be like, oh, do you fancy like just us two getting a drink one time? You know. And that's a very casual vibe. And if they say no, or like just be like, or they won't say no straight to your face. They'll be like, yeah, I'll bring the rest of the flat. Yeah, I'll bring everyone.
Imagine going up to your housemate. Hey, do you fancy me and you just grabbing a drink? No.
Do
the dishes.
Yeah. You drank my milk, you little bitch. No, I would.
If they say, yeah, let's make it a house thing, you go, ooh.
Yeah, walk away. You'll know. But if they say like, yeah, that could be really fun if just us two hung out, then
hope springs eternal though. I mean, make this a house thing. Oh my God, he wants me to introduce him to his friends.
Yeah, that's how I would play it. I would do that. I would do the ask for the drink, just them two. Just be like, hey, like really state that it's a date kind of thing. Just you two.
This
nice
is a date, confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed. Not a
yes
friendship thing. No. And then if they say yes, then cool. But if they go, oh, let's make it a house thing, or they're a bit cagey about it, then you'll know that they don't like you. Your option. What would your take be?
Get him evicted.
Yeah. Put it all out there. This is exactly what you would do. Put it all out there. Be like, I love you. And if they said no, I don't like you, then you would start writing to the landlord straight away, being like, they're noisy and I think they're dealing drugs.
Shit. He's a shit thrower.
Yeah,
he throws shit around the flat. There's shit on the walls.
I'm fairly confident he's dealing drugs. Get
rid of him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's a heroin dealer. Just go straight into that. What's your proof? I've seen him deal heroin.
As they evict her, you'll just be eating your cereal in your dressing gown, being like, who doesn't love me now?
I'd be one of the crazy ones where they go, where I get them evicted and they're like, my life's fucking ruined. I'm homeless. And then they go, now we can date.
Yeah.
They're like, what? They're like, that was what was holding us back, right?
Like the cable guy.
Yeah. Now, finally, we've got rid of that annoying obstacle.
GCC Lucas, have you ever been in a situation where you fancied a housemate? I feel
No, I had the opposite feelings for all my housemates, as you know. Quite the opposite. I'd leave.
Fucking ugly.
Mingers. I don't know. I'd leave. Maybe you could leave like little clues around the house, like rose petals in the butter, love notes in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's a good
something like
point.
Yeah.
Spit in their drinks.
Yeah.
My saliva's inside you.
Watch them sleep.
Yeah.
Set up a camera.
You're so cute when you sleep. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But have you ever had uni stuff, first year uni or anything? Dealings with housemates? Did you ever do that? Tommy, you strike me as the sort of person who might.
Well, I live with all blokes in all of my uni accommodation because I didn't want to go to my uni and it was my second choice. I just got locked in with all reject blokes, and I mean all. But there was literally in my entire halls there was about 5 girls and about 300 blokes. So yeah, it wasn't like a fun mixed vibe.
It's like Tool Academy.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
I literally went from a super ultra progressive school that was like always gender mixed the entire time to all blokes in on the outskirts in an industrial estate.
That was the name of the halls. All blokes halls.
Yeah, all blokes. Yeah.
so you did anything. How did you get on? You had a great time? That was your kid.
Yeah, it was feral, but it was all right. Yeah, can't complain.
You never had that. I never did that. I never had.
Flat cest is what they call it.
Flat
cest.
cest.
That's the word.
People did do it.
Flat cest.
Never ended well.
Yeah, I can imagine being, especially at uni. It's got so much. I was doing a gig in Exeter last night. Very studenty place is Exeter. Very studenty. A lot of flat cest going on there. I'll tell you that.
How did the gig go?
Yeah, it was good. They're very polite.
Were they students? Did you?
And some.
Who's on TikTok?
Yeah. Literally all of us. We love your stuff.
Yeah. So I was listening to Jack Harlow the other day.
Anyone? Yeah.
And
you guys
let me tell you, that was not bussing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that.
Who likes Urban Outfitters? Anyone? Yeah. Yeah. So
okay, so I would on the reels with this situation.
Did you say on the reels?
On the reels. I'm down with the
on the reels. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
To keep it 400 just for. I think yours is a good plan. I think get a sense check of it.
Yeah.
Ask them to marry you as a friend.
Yeah.
And be like, we should like hang out, get a drink and have sex and then see what they say. And then.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's a good idea. I think actually my thing with this is firstly, check whether do I actually like this person or do I just see them every day? You know what happens when you end up liking people that you work with, whatever, and it's just because they're familiar and they're there. Is this person really someone you really, really like?
Yeah.
Or do you need to get yourself out there?
Are they just the fittest person in the flat?
In the flat, exactly, contextually fit. I've thrived off of that in comedy. Whenever I've gone to any sort of entertainment party outside of comedians, everyone's like, he must be the comedian, the pasty ginger fuck. he must do something funny. That's why you're here. No. But contextual fitness is where I've got a lot of my best moves.
It is actually horrific hanging around with actors. They are all much better looking than you and boring assholes. But yeah. Amongst comedians, you do very well.
So that's what I'd say. Check to see whether this is actually true. Whether you're actually into it. Right, I think we solved that one pretty confidently. Okay, Tom, you will be expert in this.
Here we go.
As this is like when the police ask vault hackers and people to cut and computer hackers to come on board with them to give them intel. Okay, so Tom, how do you not fall for fuckboys who are pretending they aren't but they are when they lie so bad?
When they lie so bad.
Yeah. So how do you
not fall for fuckboys?
How do you tell when someone's a fuckboy and they're not
first
serious?
of all, you need to just be looking out for
Firstly, you need to be thanking you because if fuckboys go for you, it means you're at least fit. So firstly, be grateful.
No, I think first look for the red flags. Like if you're a fuckboy, look at a guy, right? Look at a guy's Tinder profile, whatever it is where you find these fuckboys, and look at him, and then you'll be able to tell very quickly. Has he got a sleeve tattoo? Does he? Does he look like he's a fuckboy? If you're falling for the same kind of fuckboy every time, you need to switch up who you're going for.
Yeah, there are real patterns. I have often with my female friends have a pattern of of there are so many bad guys out there, and I keep like, why are all guys the same? And I don't know if you saw, have you watched Taylor Tomlinson's latest special?
No, not yet.
It's good. I'd recommend it. But she talks about that. It's like, maybe I'm part of the problem.
You are, yeah. If you're getting screwed over and over and over again, you're picking the wrong guys. It's not you. You are just picking horrific choices of men. Yeah, like, you know, like if a guy says, I'm a personal trainer, boom, straight away, just be like, red flag, red flag.
If a guy says, yeah, I just want to take things slowly, red flag!
Yeah, loser.
They shouldn't have to say it.
Yeah.
If his name is James, red flag.
James, no James.
Jameses.
Jimmy's, James's, none of that.
Bad.
Well, I think there's a mixture of the two, right? There are some con artists out there, some in this room. We do well. I'm talking about you, Lucas.
Yeah. He's just literally on his Tinder profile. He's just like, oh guys, this is just me in the Maldives. Just like, mum, get out of the photo. Get out of the photo.
Can you show my V-line?
Yeah.
Thankfully, Lucas's mum is an excellent photographer, so she takes great pictures.
I'll bring her to all the bars. She's my wingwoman.
Yeah. But look, right, I think unfortunately a lot of this comes with self-esteem and confidence. I think you gotta think, right, having sex with someone should be seen as a celebratory thing that you should enjoy and be doing it because you enjoy it, and it shouldn't be seen as something you've lost just because you've had sex with someone who's then ghosted you or it hasn't turned out right. Don't see that as like I've been tricked or anything like that. Like, attitudes towards sex and those relationships, I think could stand to be healthier, you know. And if you don't rush into doing any of that. If you only want to sleep with people or engage with people who are already committed, then do that. You know, then say to people, well, I'm not going to do anything for 3 months or whatever. Or, and then see who does stick around. Because if you actually lay down the law, so have that sort of attitude towards it as well.
Where are you finding these men as well? You know, if you're on Tinder, you need to be going in with your guard up, okay? Because
says they're all my housemates.
Oh, okay. You need to be going in with your guard up 100% because you've never met these people. You don't know anything about them. So you need to be cautious going in there. Don't jump into anything with someone you've literally just met on the internet.
Yeah.
Have your guard up. Also, like, look, there may be a situation in which he was a fuckboy, but then you might be the one who swings him round. It's unlikely, I will be honest. But maybe could happen.
I feel like me and you and Tom, I would go so far as to say that we both speak fluent fuckboy. I think we do.
Fluent.
Yeah,
Fluent fuckboy. Yeah.
So I think maybe we could stand to have a section on this show where people send us in messages.
Oh, from fuckboys?
And be like, is he... What does he mean by this?
Where's he going with that?
Is he like, does he actually mean, does this mean he's into me or does this mean he just wants to have sex with me? I think we'd be quite good.
Yeah, so if anyone has got some messages they're not sure on, please do send them in.
Send them in, screenshots, voice notes, whatever it is, we'll send them in. We could try that. We'll try that next week.
Yeah,
we'll try that next week and see if they're dating and anyone's got any messages they're a bit unsure of.
We'll decode
We will decode them. Okay. Yeah. Right.
That's a good idea. I've got a few, but I sent them all. So.
Lucas is the opposite. Yeah. How do you code it so well?
So I started with, I love you, please come back.
Yeah. Missing the smell of your hair. Yeah. Do girls like that? Girls like that, don't they? Romantic. But look, I think it comes from you. I think you're right. Know what you want to get out of it, out of being dating, and be confident in yourself and be happy that, look, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't make you any less valued. It doesn't. No. It's just not the right person, and that's fine, you know. Right, we will move on to our final section, of course, which is
fail mail, but not in a weird way.
So
fail mail, not in a weird way. No, my own section. Not in a bad way. Fail mail. We're just moving on to fail mail, ladies and gentlemen.
How long have we been doing this section for? Yes.
Not long enough. Yes. This week we asked you, ladies and gentlemen, to send in your stories of your worst housemates. Your worst housemates and why.
So thank you very much to everyone who sent them in. A bit of a touchy subject for producer GCC Lucas, as he mentioned to me before. As I didn't even think, I was like, by the way, Lucas, this is what we're doing, FAILMAIL. He's like, ooh. But we will start with people who messaged into the official AIDIF Pod account. Of course, you can follow us at AIDIF Pod, AIDIF on Instagram and TikTok. You'll get clips produced by producer Lucas himself. So we start off. Thank you very much for those who've sent this in. My previous. Oh, this is from Ilaria, who I met actually when I was in Edinburgh.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you very much. My previous landlord, he used to leave dirty dishes in the sink and expected me to clean them every time.
Yeah, it's part of your rent. You've got to, you know, if that was agreed in your contract, fair enough.
It's a normal tenant agreement.
Yeah.
That you would clean up my Marmite sandwiches for me. Never wanted to turn on the heating in winter. Used to play video games at very loud volume until late at night during weekdays, and wouldn't do anything about rats in the house.
It's like Phoebe's landlord, isn't it?
I should also mention that he was in his 50s and occasionally had his mother come over to cook for him.
Guy sounds like a legend. He's...
They're looking for my future.
Yeah, this is it. Who will this be out of this crew? These three strange men.
Bringing around a casserole. That's it. Your mum's going around with a casserole.
Mom! He's playing Elden Ring. Mom! No! She's going to clean the dishes. Let her do it. P.S. Ali, it was great meeting you in Edinburgh last week and your gig was marvellous. I hope to see you more often up here and look forward to your show during Fringe. Thank you so much. And we have another one. It's a short one from Hotel Simone. Remember Hotel Simone? Have not had the pleasure of a worst housemate. Does that make me the worst housemate?
Quite possibly.
Which could possibly be correct. And now we go to ones who've done on the story. A girl at uni, she was manipulative, abusive, and left used pads on the floor.
Oh.
All for body positivity, but there's a cleanliness issue here.
Yeah, just throw them away. There's no reason to leave them on the floor. I'm assuming in communal areas as well, then, because otherwise...
I mean, it'd be weird if she looked into her room and left used pads on the floor. But imagine going back to a girl's room. Oh, yeah, just kick them out of the way. It's fine, I was off it yesterday. Kept throwing old fruit and hot food, e.g. rice, into the giant kitchen bin, equals maggots. Fair enough. Bunch of girls in uni who decided to buy hamsters and didn't buy them any more food. And I fed them, one of them, Oldman's one time, in secret because I felt bad. It died.
Oh my God, that's just animal starving hamsters.
I don't know why I said the Oldmans. Apparently almonds have cyanide in them enough to kill a hamster.
Oh my God.
This is so public service announcement.
He's the worst housemate. He just went and killed all the hamsters.
The old flatmates still don't know. It's been 10 years since the tragic incident.
Well, you poisoned all the hamsters. This guy's the wrong in here. I'm sorry. Like, first of all,
well, but if he's worried the hamsters are going to get.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
starved.
but it's very questionable whether we don't know all the information. Those girls would probably say that they were feeding those hamsters, and then this guy's just come along with the cyanide and killed all the hamsters.
The hamsters cyanide.
And you know it's shady because he didn't say anything. He just went, "Oh, the hamsters are gone."
Like, the hamsters are dead. That's a shame.
Oh,
do you reckon it was almonds? Why? Don't know.
I don't know. I read something on the internet. I don't know.
Also, you did give a quick Google what can hamsters eat, maybe.
Oh, 100%.
But then the same person just also said they would also handgun glue pieces of ham to the doors.
What? They would handgun glue ham to the doors.
Ham.
What? Ham? As in, like, eating ham on the doors? Why?
They glue it. They would also handgun glue pieces of ham to the doors.
That's it.
I don't know what else I can
There's
say.
no more context than that.
All there is a ... and then a shrug emoji.
What? That makes... That half flat sounds absolutely insane.
Who killed my hamsters? Well, you handgun glue ham to my front door.
Yeah, I think this is... He lived at the asylum in...
It's for the hamsters if they get hungry.
Yeah, I don't...
There's someone messaging from that nursery.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we move on.
Oh my God.
Message me. Uni flatmate, and I'm going to read this as verbatim. Loud water sports sex
Oh.
in the bathroom next to my bedroom.
Oh.
How can you be loud with that as well? Like, that's difficult. I mean, you must be just screaming. Maybe they're shouting about pee and stuff. Yeah.
Again, I'm going to read this verbatim. An Arab guy.
Okay, good start. That's incredibly racist beginning. There we go. Yep. I don't know what this says about our listeners. Oh, God.
This is from T. Robinson.
Okay, T. Robinson. We have no liability for this. This is all him. This is his words, not ours.
An Arab guy. No, that was the end of it.
No. Oh god!
An Arab guy who sang at 5 in the morning. I think that's his prayers.
Okay, yeah, he's doing his prayers.
And found it weird for me to walk around in shorts.
Again. Oh, my
I had one of my best friends at the time left a pair of brown boxer shorts on the kitchen counter. Gross. The guy was too lazy to work, so he married a girl who paid his rent in return for her visa.
I mean,
You got to respect the hustle.
exactly. That's just smart graft.
A toxic Karen of a flatmate who was obsessed with lockdowns and hated my boyfriend.
Okay.
Fair enough. If we had his plates and cups in our rooms, we were hoarding his property. 1 plate equals £10.
What? Hoarding his property.
Cup equals £5.
£5 for a cup.
I bet there was like a key on the fridge.
Yeah.
Spoon equals a quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoons.
Oh my god.
Weirdly, forks free. I don't know why.
You can imagine someone like that being like, "You're hoarding my property. You are."
100%. No, it's fine. You can do it, but it does come at a cost because
Yeah.
it is my property.
That's the same guy in the Tory who was talking about the brothers.
Yeah.
House.
Yeah. I don't know why it's weird for you to kick your sister out and make your housemates pay to use a plate. Housemate lied about studying at uni to the landlord, moved in and played nothing but video games in his room while smoking weed all day, and his name was GCSE Lucas. He got kicked out after a month, and the smell of weed took weeks to get out. This was back in the Netherlands, but this was still obscene by Dutch uni student standards. My kids, they eat my food, don't pay rent, and forget to flush. Fair enough. My old housemate kept ferrets.
Oh god.
And would leave ferret poo on the kitchen surface.
No, you can't keep ferrets. That's not like a dog. A ferret that's gross.
Guy only used cardboard boxes for furniture.
Yeah.
And they were proper mouldy.
Yeah.
My Finnish colleague, who shat in the toilet every day and never cleaned it up. Good morning. Or just not flush. My best friend moved in while renovating his house, ate all my food, did nothing but complain about the Wi-Fi range, newfound respect for his partners. He actually added things to my shopping list so I'd buy them, never offered to pay. Lazy girl working from home in 2020 told me to be quiet when I wanted to cook. Told her it's the kitchen, not an office. Yeah, fair play.
Yeah,
fair play. I back that. My housemate does that sometimes, like takes a call in we've got like a kitchen, living room, one thing, and takes a call in there, and you're like,
Are these the ones just from AIDIF?
no, these are from me. These are.
Okay,
We moved on. They were me when it started with the Arab guy.
Okay. Okay.
Currently in the house, we're all being evicted because of her. Esoteric girl that always put off the Wi-Fi because the radiance never put on. Because of the radiance, never put on heaters. Mold in her room.
Okay. The Polish girl Camilla.
Why is there so many?
Just so much racial connotations to all of this.
There's so much racial tension.
Yeah. The Polish girl Camilla. She was a little elephant with mental problems and a Russian murder.
What the fuck? A dirty, messy guy who smoked weed in his room, played the guitar and sang terribly always at night. A guy stole my food, was a perv, and bragged about fingering lots of women at orgasmic meditation.
Oh my god, orgasmic meditation.
One of my old housemates used to go on Grindr 24/7 and bring a boy back every night. We were going to start an Insta up with the different shoes in the hallway every day. Getting his things.
Roommate in halls that always pissed out the window. Or tried to all the time, would never ever use the toilet. Just piss out the window.
It took me a while to because you just said it so normally. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Piss out the window. What does he think he's living? In medieval times. He moved in from 1217. He's just throwing his pot out. Yeah. A girl that shared a flat with as a student. I came home from work one night and her and her boyfriend had the mattress in the kitchen floor shagging.
Oh.
So bizarre and upsetting.
Brought the mattress into the kitchen.
Bizarre. I don't get why. Surely the thrill is having sex in the kitchen with like it feeling like a kitchen or in your bedroom. bedroom, not
Yeah.
making the kitchen your bedroom.
He's like, sorry, love,
horrible.
bad back.
Yeah. We want to be kinky, but we've actually got some problems with the lower lumbar.
My flatmate during lockdown used the shower once a month. He was filthy.
Oh,
Once a month.
That's so grim. It's one of those we've had before of like, how do you tell someone they smell? I was the worst housemate. I walked naked into my housemate's room, and she woke up to me just staring at her, still asleep. I think he puts in for legal issues. She asked for a lock on her door after that. Fair enough.
This is good. My flatmate tried to sue me for 7 nights that my boyfriend stayed in our flat.
What the fuck?
Sue you?
Jesus. A guy who played club volume dubstep at 3 a.m. and left used condoms everywhere. I think I'd have someone he could move in with. Yeah.
Sending that.
Yeah. A crackhead that sold my PS4 to go to an EDM festival on a deserted beach. How about this? This might be more crazy. A girl who defrosted raw chicken in the drying rack.
No.
Middle-aged man who used my eggs without asking and put the empty shells back in the carton. Same housemate also drank all my beer and had a massive anger problem. I was 21.
Oh my god.
Go on.
Alcoholic who stole my food, unsurprisingly my booze.
I'm an EU citizen. A former flatmate said, from next year we won't have that many of you here. She throwing a party while you don't want to. Stayed in the room and tried to. I stayed in my room and tried to sleep. Oh, okay, cool. My sleepwalker roommate who thought my pillow on my face was the toilet. Fucking hell. Dude who had a very big penis. So whenever they brought her girls home, he always made them scream. I mean, that's sort of an endorsement. I mean, this guy's just bigs them up so much.
Plates and cutlery gradually vanish. She moves out first, find all the dirty missing stuff in a box in her room.
Oh, weird. My friend had a guy who used to scratch his balls with kitchen utensils.
Which ones?
Clearly like a fork or
Tongs. Give him a little wiggle.
Or a whisk.
That is so rank. You can imagine a sort of like crusty guy just having a little scratcheroo.
One girl ripped out all the baby veg seedlings I was growing in the garden. She said she was weeding.
Oh my god.
That girl was into astrology. She read my birth chart, saw that I'm a horrible person, and kicked me out. Playing loud music at 6 a.m. and smoking weed indoors, taking the dial off the heating thermostat so it can't be used, leaving his soap, grime and hairs in the bottom of the shower, never wash plates. And at uni, I was accused of stealing my flatmate's food. They left it in the hall and I had to put it in the fridge. Interesting.
Often Nicholas and would sit on the sofa in very short dress with her thrushy vag.
Okay, right. We're going to do it. Firstly, we've got a voice note housemate. Let's see
amazing.
If this works.
Oh, this is...
Stories I can probably voice note through. I actually do have to be careful because I'm currently in a house share, so hopefully they're all in bed and no one can hear me. One of them that comes first at the top of my head is the guy whose room is above mine. So we are all pretty sure that he is a virgin. But quite often there is suspicious noises that come from his bedroom above mine. Kind of like headboard bashing noises, but we know that he never takes anyone up there. So what is he doing? Like, I'm not sure I want to know, and it's like every time I hear that noise, it's quite disturbing.
I assume that was the noise of the
Yeah,
background.
that's thumping. Aggressively masturbating, I would assume.
That's what Lucas said as well. Yeah, I think aggressively masturbating. That's gonna be it.
That's going to be it. Thank you so much for sending them all in. They were very, very funny. Some quite racially charged housemate issues you've all got. That, you know, we will be your voice of the people and read out your woes. So thank you very much for that, guys. You can follow me at all good social media platforms at Tom Elwes. Actually, wait, Lucas, did you have any? We didn't even...
Stories.
Yeah,
I had one. Yeah,
Go for it.
Time.
Yeah.
This is from Phoebe's flatmate Jess. Actually.
Okay.
This fucking weird girl would piss her bed. Oh, that's Phoebe. No, I'm just kidding. This fucking weird guy pissed up my door when he was drunk and told all his mates to use my bathroom as the toilet. He would bring right weirdos back to our flat, and they'd still be up after I got home from work at a nightclub. So instead of trying to beat them, I went to join them. only to find out 5 people dressed in limo wear and a man on my kitchen counter with a gag in his mouth on all 4s.
What the fuck?
Okay.
And then she moved in with Phoebe and it didn't get any better.
Yeah. And also that guy was Bolivian.
Limo. Yeah. Whatever. You make.
So,
What's limo wear?
I don't know. Maybe she meant like
lino? Maybe like,
Yeah.
Like
that's some
leather,
sort of
like-
leather
Okay,
thing.
Leather. Yeah. Limo. Just fancy clothes.
Yeah, and it's tuxedo. But maybe it could be that. Maybe it could be that. But Lucas, where can people find you? You need a job if anyone's got production or design.
He's not really around until maybe September when he gets back from holiday. But
if anyone's in the Maldives soon,
Yeah.
I'm lucasjeffcoat.com.
And
See what my
viral.
gigs are.
Lucas went viral. Did you see?
yeah, with the tube announcers. Yeah.
Lucas
Yeah.
has gone viral, so we've all gone viral. So we're just waiting for Phoebe to do something.
something,
viral. Yeah. But
That'd be good.
Yeah, that would be good. And obviously, I've got loads of previews coming up. We're going to try and make sure it's easier to find, but I've got lots coming up in June, July. Thank you, everyone who came to my bro ones. They were brilliant. We have been All I Do Is Fail. Thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.